All right, everybody, we are live post Arsenal's. Okay, I almost got that. Okay, we're good on YouTube, I think. Hi, we won. It was only 1-0. It wasn't what we wanted, but we did it. We won. We advanced. That's fine. We'll take it. It's all good. What kind of problems did we actually run into in the second half here? What could we have done to troubleshoot it? They did adjust, and they adjusted, I think, a lot quicker than I anticipated, and then a lot of other people probably would have thought they were going to do. They did not sit back quite as bad in that low block. They actually came at us, and honestly, they did fairly well there. I don't think that we were anticipating them coming at us quite that quickly. They eventually, they were still doing that while getting back to create their block really quickly, which I think was actually quite impressive and very well executed. So good work from, honestly, Jules and Boyd. I thought they did that about as well as they could have. What changes did we see happening? Well, the first sub, of course, was to put Sita Blackstenius on, as you should, because you wanted to keep them honest when they pressed forward by making sure that you had that threat there. So that's why you saw that sub on. I agree with pulling Monum instead of Russo. I thought Russo was having a great game and was really moving in those spaces and creating problems. I also really would like to see Russo and Blackstenius play together more. Was I bummed not to see Kafaji? Of course, but I think this game plan made sense. Cooney Cross, I think, had some nice defensive moments, but, she's not going to hold that shape together for you the way that Leah Velti will. So I was really happy to see that sub as well. Thought that was really crucial to help close the game out. This team, with this lineup rather, has some defensive things that make me a little nervous, but I also don't know if Corina is long-term the starter there. I think that's probably going to be Wubin Moy once she's, fully healthy. And I think Velti will end up starting over Cooney Cross. So it's a little bit about rotation. It's a little bit about who you have. But overall, we got through. 1-0. Again, not what you want, but we got it done. So what did we think about Beth? I thought Beth looked pretty bad. I'm just going to be honest. I didn't think Beth looked good. But Beth is not fully healthy yet. So she's got some stuff to kick off. A little bit shake off. So, we'll see what that looks like, as we move forward. I'm actually quite happy that we got to be in this part of the league's path where we played these two matches to try some new things. And we're going to get another leg in before we have to play Man City, in our home opener. So, when is the last time she played? It's been a minute. Player of the match. Oh, I don't know. I wasn't Mariona looks good all the time, but I don't even think this was her best match. Probably Foxy for me. I think I'm gonna go with Foxy. I thought Foxy did well. Russo I could support as well. Let's see. But that's how it went. We have the draw on Monday. Monday we'll find out who we play in the 2-leg series of the next one. And we are seeded because our coefficient was high enough that we ended up in the top 5 teams. So that's great for us. We avoid PSG. We avoid Wolfsburg. We avoid Real Madrid. We avoid a lot of them. But yeah, we can draw Paris FC. We absolutely can. They are the teams we could face are Juventus, Beko Häcken, Paris FC, Fiorentina, and then I did not check the result, but Sporting CP was leading last I looked. So I think it's Sporting CP. Who's my favorite NWSL team? That is ACFC. That is my team. I support ACFC, begrudgingly somewhat. Sometimes I love ACFC. It's just not been an easy fandom to be a part of, if we're being brutally honest. So, but yeah, that's where we're at. We're advancing through, and we need to just win this next 2-leg series to get to the group stage. Ella Stevens call-up. A lot of y'all want to see it. Maybe. I don't know if we'll see it this time. I think we're close. So. I thought KCC had good corner delivery. I don't disagree. Explain to subs, sure. So Blackstenius was, I think, a fairly obvious choice because as Rolfs Bode was pushing forward more aggressively, having Blackstenius there really kept their backline honest and made it difficult for them to push forward with more support. That's why when they did get forward in those moments of transition, they did not have the full support of everybody else because you've got Blackstenius there starting to kind of challenge on that line. Why would you pull Monum and not Russo? Monum was a little, other than the goal, kind of struggling to get involved a little bit. Russo was making quite a bit happen, so I think that's why you would make that sub. Velti was to come in and seal the game. I thought Cooney Cross was causing some issues defensively, frankly, so I think you put in Velti. there at that point, and then Mead for forward, get Mead going and just get some fresh legs pushing on that right side where you've been pushing, I think would be the thought process there. But I didn't think Mead looked good. Just gonna be honest, didn't think she looked good. I don't think she's fully healthy either. Kafaji needs to be on with Ford and Mariona. It would be a lethal trio. We're going to see it at some point, and it's going to be really fun. It's going to be very fun. Very fun. Lack of finishing is very concerning. I mean, it is and it isn't. I think about how many times we hit the crossbar, right? And it was just a lot of crossbar. It was a ton of crossbar. I'm honestly not super worried about it. Those are going to go in on a different day. So, we hit the crossbar like back to back that one time. It was a lot of crossbar. Sporting did win 2-0. Okay, so we could end up playing Sporting. I don't particularly want to play Sporting. Of the people we can play, I'm not. Yeah, honestly, I'm fine with Juventus, Hecka, and the Fiorentina. I don't want to face Sporting, and I don't really want to face Puri FC of the 5 that are available to us. Not that I don't think we can beat the other 2. I think we would beat Sporting. I think we'd beat Puri FC as well. I feel good about our odds against all 5 of these clubs that are available. But those are the ones I think we match up best against. But Heckin is well coached and they can surprise. It's just that all their best players have left. So I think Heckin is going to have a very rough go here in Champions League. I'm not even sure how. It's just going to be rough. So Heckin would really be the best matchup, I think. But we'll see about that. I think Sporting CP is building and is going to be a team that you don't want to get matched up against. Let's see. When is the team we want to play in the next round? Yeah, so that's what we're talking about now. Could draw all 5. I think Bakol Heckham is the dream matchup. I think if you draw Heckham, that's your best bet. Just because, again, strong club. I think all Allsvenskan teams are, well versed strategically in how to have good shape and cause some frustration. But Bakol Heckham's best players have all just left. One of which is, of course, Hudolsa Kafaji, who now plays for us. So that would be my first choice. Would be to draw them. When is the next U.S. Women's National Team camp? That is at the end of this month, I believe. When is the next game? The next game, we don't know yet. We'll find out on Monday, but it should be the 17th or 18th, I believe. So the next round happens 17th or 18th, and then the next round is, and then the second leg is the 25th, 26th. We cannot play PSG or Wolfsburg because we are seeded. So we did have a high enough club coefficient to be part of the 5 protected seeded teams. So we do not play them, which is great. And then obviously we were never going to play Man City. Player of the match, I'm going with Emily Fox. For me, is who I thought played best. Somebody else was suggesting Russo, which I could also support. I thought Russo had a nice game. But for me, I thought Emily Fox was excellent. Thoughts on the Walsh talk? It's interesting, isn't it? So we'll see. I think if to the extent that anything was true, that she wanted to see what Arsenal's Champions League path looked like before making a decision, well, she's now got that information, or she will Monday. So we'll see. I would not be surprised. I think at some point here, Barcelona does not have the money to keep paying all these people. But again, as somebody about personal finance, I don't have the money for a lot of the things I do, so they can keep doing this. But at some point, when something becomes viable and pragmatic for you, you have to make the move. So we'll see what people are offering for Kira Walsh. I think she could easily go somewhere else. And I don't know that she really wants to stay in Barcelona that bad. Would I start Laura over Emily at any point? Probably not. Honestly, I think Emily Fox is very good. Who would Walsh displace? Cooney Cross and then some relief for Velty. That would be who. Mariana and Walsh would be crazy. Yeah. I mean, listen, Johnny, we gotta just be honest, man. That's why people are like, I thought you said Barcelona's broke. Why do we keep buying these players? And I'm like, I mean, I still got student loan debt, but here I am in business class to Europe. I don't know what to tell you. This is just, we make decisions. I did that on points, though. I did that on points. So nobody at me. I did do that on points. Loving Codina this season. I think she's really coming into her own. I really enjoy her in these games where we need the fluidity to attack and, deal with the low block. I think she's actually a very good attacking center back, if that makes sense. I don't think she's the long-term. I do think Wubben Moy gets her spot back with a little more time. So I do. I think Wubben Moy is fantastic. Oh, my sister's here with a chili. Thanks, Kate. Let's see. Walsh would be a good next year signing. Little has another year in her at least. Yeah, but I think also you can extend Little with a little more time if you get some more rotation in there as well. I think that's just the difference. Who do I get on my shirts? I don't get anybody on my shirts because I'm cursed. So I don't do it. There's nobody on this. There's nobody on any shirts you see me wear. The exception will be as soon as Foudy's restocks the London City Lionesses kit, I'm getting an Aslani kit. That one I'm going to make an exception for. And if something bad happens to Aslani afterwards, I'm really sorry. Let's see. Thoughts on the Germa Bologna snub. I don't have a good explanation for it. I do not understand it. I know, again, these awards are, offense biased, so you see that, but she's the best center back in the world. That's not close to me anymore. And she's been playing great. She would have been my winner of the award, so I don't get it. Would Walsh be okay not starting, though? I don't know who says she's not starting. I think Velti's got some injury trouble. She's been, and there's always been the rumors that she wants to go play somewhere else, too. So I don't know how much truth there is to that or that exploration. I don't think those are coming from nowhere. I know she said she's with us, but I also, again, don't think those rumors come without there being something a little substantive. So if those rumors have more legs there, I think Cody Cross is coming into her own, but I don't think she's in the same category as Velti or as Walsh at that position. So I saw Bonmati turn down $11 million over 4 years to go to Chelsea. Yes, that's what the rumors are. Abby, thank you so much for the kind words. I really appreciate you. Love teaching about this. So yeah. Let's see. I would love to see Rodman and Germa make their way over to the WSL. I would too. I think it'd be fun. I think the only thing for Germa, though, and we talk about this a little bit with defenders because people keep asking why are we seeing so many defenders or come over to NWSL, and there's more challenge here for a defender than there is WSL just as it stands right now because you really have 3 clubs that are above everybody else. I'm not putting Man United in with the top 3. I don't think they're there. Although they are at least a club that can threaten enough that you get a little more defensive work. You're not, as a defender, getting to develop, the basic defensive skills on the regular that much. So I think if you are a defender who is on the cusp of national team call-ins, and that's kind of everybody at England, I think their defense situation on the national level is very is fluid and not fully set in a lot of ways. You need kind of at bats. You need to be able to show people what you can do. So that's why you're seeing that. So same thing with Germa. Germa's going to start for U.S. Women's national team no matter what. But I just don't know what's in WSL for her as a defender. I think the challenges are more, at NWSL level. Let's see. Do I live in England? No, I live in California. I live in California. I think England's a lot of fun. I love London. I think it's a great place. If you got an opportunity to go live there or be there, it's great. You should go do it. It's a fun place to experience it. Yeah, Johnny, that is the curse. More often than not, it's not even that they do anything wrong or get horrifically injured or something. It's just that they leave. So, let's see. A little bit off topic, but what did you think of that ref from the ACFC game last night? I think the same thing everybody else thought, which is what in the hell was that? Not talking to the captains, the decisions and the explanations we got afterwards. I don't know if you've gone back and read what the official explanations were for, overturning the goals. I don't get it. I do not get it at all. Is Walsh better than Velti is the question. I think that's a hard question. I think Leah Velti is massively underrated. Massively underrated. You could play both though. And that's the question. That maybe there's something there tactically that they're trying to do. I think if Kira Walsh wants to come to your team, I don't know that you say no to that. She's very good. So, am I sad about Alex Morgan? Yes and no. I really thought she would play club longer. I thought she would internationally retire and play club longer. I really did. But, it sounds like if you watch the video where she talks about her decision, she sounds very at peace with it. She sounds very much like it just came to her in its time. So I think it's nice that she's going to get to go out on her own terms and in this particular way. And it seems like she's also got a lot of clarity on the ways that she wants to stay involved in the game, which I think is really, really cool. And also, the ways that she's talking about staying involved in the game are the things that I think she has been better at, even than she is as a player. And I'm so excited to see it. So am I going to the Wave game tomorrow? I'm not. No, I'm going to be real honest with y'all. Okay. I love me some footy. The first Sunday of the NFL, I'm sat. I will be on my couch with my massive setup where I can watch, every game. I will be sat. I want my dips. Like every dip with a chip you can give me, give it to me. My husband's gonna make wings. I don't actually know that he fully committed to that yet, and he's in the other room. But I think we kind of had said he's making wings. He makes great wings. No, I will be home. That's what I will be doing. I'm just eating. I'm just gonna eat and watch sports tomorrow. I can't wait. I cannot wait. So there's rumor talks about Kara Walsh coming to Arsenal. And specifically, there's rumor talks about her, exploring WSL and leaving Barcelona. And Arsenal's always been the club she's been kind of linked out with that return. What's my starting lineup against City? Ooh, that's an interesting question. It's probably the same starting lineup as today. I would like to see Woven Moy back. I'm sorry. Listen, I love Leo Codina. I love her enthusiasm for the club. I love the way that she's really working hard here. I like Woven Moy. I would really like to see her back. I think she's been great. Let's see. Who do I have winning the Ballon d'Or? It's going to be Bonmati again, or I think Alexia Putellas has a case. I would be very surprised if it's any American player. I think they will split the votes off. So I think it's just going to be one of the Spanish ladies again. So let's see. Thoughts on Reed? Do you think she should be in the starting lineup? I don't think she should be in the starting lineup, but I'm glad to see her working in more. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So you didn't ask me who I thought should win. I think you asked me who will win, who predictions were to win. If you said should win, 1,000%. If you did say should and I missed it, my bad. I'm fully with you on the Carolina Graham Hansen trend. Like not trend, but train. Sorry. She's criminally underrated. Just a delightful player to watch. I love her so much. I would love to see her win. Thoughts on Chelsea's friendly earlier today? Did not watch it. No idea. What has Alexia done last year? She hasn't played a full game yet. Did you watch the Champions League final? Did you watch it? Like, keep in mind, the people voting for this, they're not watching every minute of these things. They're looking at the big moments. That's how these things get decided. So, she has scored some very noteworthy goals that will stay in the brain of these people who also already, again, might be looking at this and are like, I don't know who half the people on this list are, but I do know that one. So I've been watching the U.S. men's. I'm not watching right now. Again, tempted for the plot because Canada, Jesse Marsh, whole deal. We don't even have a new coach yet. Pochettino hasn't even been announced yet. So I don't really know what's there for me yet. Do I think DVD will be starting goalkeeper anytime soon? Not this month. I don't expect to see her this month. I do think you will see her. I think she will be firmly in the starting role by the end of the year. That's my prediction, I think, as I'm thinking it through more. You're not swapping out at that point. So let's see. She shouldn't win just because of that, though. Yeah, I'm with you, but that's how these awards go, right? It's a lot of just name recognition and that type of thing. Thoughts on Leah, in my opinion, a little bit underwhelming at the beginning of the season. I think defensively has been a little underwhelming. She doesn't have a ton to do, though, so some of that's just shaking the rust off and getting things moving again. Thought generally, service and distribution has been great, which is her strong suit. Johnny, you want to watch NFL? Yeah, there's a lot of us sat for NFL. I'm like, there's a lot of us sat. Did I already share my thoughts on ACFC's officiating? Yeah, I don't have a lot to say that others haven't said. It was bad. Do I buy my shirts through Arsenal? Yes, I do. But yeah, it's expensive, and also just keep in mind too with the Arsenal kits. If you see one you like, buy it. Don't wait because they do sell out and they don't restock, and it's terrible. So I think Alexia is going to smash the season. I think so too. All right, y'all. So I am. Let's see. All right, how do we feel about the new Mariana chant? I couldn't hear it. What was it? What was it too? Somebody tell me. I thought I heard a chant I didn't recognize, but I didn't hear it in any thing. I don't like the material of the kits this year. I'm with you. The home kit in particular, I don't like it. That's why I keep wearing this one. It's because the new home kit, it doesn't feel good. It's not comfy. Oh, it's to twist and shout? Ooh, okay. I like that. I like a chant. Okay, there's some good vids on Twitter of the Mariana chant. Okay, I'll have to find them. Or I'll find them so that we can look at them for next time. Let's see. All over Twitter. Okay, it apparently wasn't loading for me, so I don't know if I was just on following and not on the For You thread. Okay, y'all. This has been super fun. I'm going to go eat lunch because it's really late. I actually I'm feeling hungry. I should have eaten already. This has been great. We will have videos, all sorts of stuff once we know what the draw is. And of course, we'll be live, for the next Champions League leg as well. I don't know what I'm going to do at the home opener. I'm going to be just really honest with y'all. 4:30 a.m. West Coast is early. So if you haven't been with me for the early ones with Arsenal, I don't tend to do the pre-match just because it's early. But I do tend to still do post-match. So anyway, you all are awesome. Love hanging out with you as always. If you don't already subscribe, follow here on TikTok or on YouTube, because that's just fun for me. I like the dopamine hit of seeing the numbers. Yeah. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Come on, you Gunners. And I say I say bye to you all last on YouTube. Have a good rest of your day.